Hello, strikers. We got the pre-production copy came in the mail today, so super excited to go through that. Couple of things. First of all, we're going to have to change the box size just a little bit. That's not going to delay the project at all. And while this looks super awesome, it needs a little bit of extra breathing room because once you punch the token. So just know that it'll be a little bit bigger than we thought, but that shouldn't affect anything else. But box is nice. It's the upgraded 2mm box, so it's not thin or flimsy by any means. It's a good box. Nice cloth bag for the tokens. You can get your hand in there. I hate when games you gotta like squinch your hand down, so I made sure that it was wide enough to get your hand in there. So that's nice. The pieces came out really good. Super happy about that. If you remember, we had an issue with the crown where it was breaking, so we redid the crown, and see if you'll have to, because I don't want it to lose focus, but we redid the crown, and so they look really nice now. You also have the shield with the fist for morale, and then reputation tracking. We have the nice punch outs for that. If you come down in here and take a look at those, they're very nice. This is the wooden first player token. We couldn't get the words on it. That was one of the changes. This is about as small as the words they let me have. But it has the knight on one side, and then it has the cross axes on the back. Nice wood token there. So those are all the wooden special bits that are silk screened, and we got that through stretch goal. Then we have the meeples. There's going to be 15 on each side, white and black. Remove that. We don't need that. These turned out super nice. They're good and chunky, which I like when I play games. Most people I've talked to do too. So they're just the right size for the cards, and that all turned out super awesome. All the dice, the orange dice are for color only. These aren't the dice that will be in there, but that was one of the things they gotta manufacture those. But this is the color that we wanted. So this is the size of the dice, and just one of the tokens. These are the size of the tokens, and the dice fit down real nice on top of them. That's what we wanted as you load your guys. So that was super nice. So all the colors look really good. Blue, black, red, green, white. They all look really nice. They're rounded. That's the other. I like rounded dice. They feel good in your hand. So those turned out nice. Here's the enhancement cards. Let me kind of push this stuff over. So these aren't as thick as they will be. These are the pre-production qualities to show the print color and the size and how they line up. So the real cards will be a little thicker than this, is what I've been advised. But this is more about the color and the placement of how everything looks, and that is really awesome, super awesome. So the token fits right inside it. Super nice that way as well. So that all works out great, just like we had planned. And the color on this is nice. The detail on the squire faces is wonderful. You can really see all the detail that our illustrator did, and all you folks that put in pictures. They came out so awesome. It's so cool to see all just the cool pictures on each one. Very nice, and it just looks wonderful. So these turned out great. The backs are great as well. Just a wonderful piece of artwork there. We were able to showcase on the back of the enhancement card. So they turned out really, really well. So excited about that. Next is the bigger size cards, and we have 40 of these in the game. So these are the worker placement locations, and you can see your little workers fit right down on, and they don't take up too much space. You can put it down, you can still see the icons. Super nice that way. The artwork comes out really nice. Everything turned out well. The icons are very readable from even from a ways back looking at them, and the graphics really came out looking nice. So you have your house cards. They're double-sided. So through the Kickstarter, we voted on 2 extra house names. That was Darkwood and Unnamed. So we have those in the game as well. And then the status cards. So we did a couple of art changes that you would have seen if you looked at the print and play. But these are the tracking mechanisms. So you track your morale and your crowns. They track as well. These turned out really nice. So you could just move that nice little wooden piece along the track, and they match really well, and I'm very happy with that. So those are double-sided as well. So we got 4 different choices when you play, and basically what's different are the end game or end options on the line. When you acquire all those, they're different for that. And then so you have 4 different choices. So in a 2-player game, you have some options. Here's the list card. Turned out really well. It's where you're going to put your tokens when you're jousting. And I'll punch those out and show how they fit. Phases of play. And we have a brown cube that locks that, so as you track your phases of play. Legibility is really nice. They worked out real well and did a great job of that. And then, of course, the rounds of play for that, and then the emboulements that are there. So if you're using that wood token, and you would flip it for the other player and then flip it for the other player, and it's real nice as well. And then the different political characters, and we have those are double-sided as well. That was a stretch goal that I wanted to do that we didn't make, but just went ahead and threw it in there for you guys. So that would change the level of difficulty for the game. So this is your basic side, and then you have an expert side as well. It displays all that in the rules, but you just don't have as many options. On the other side, you're going to get some more things quicker, and for a more expert game, not as many resources. You have to manage your stable a lot better. But the artwork looks beautiful on these as well. The final design for this, I'm super happy with. We had some bold colors on it before, and I like this a lot better. So that really worked out well, and you just track that with your cubes. So they look super nice. So you have a cube location for before you have put any points on there, and then you just move your cube onto the card. But it's real nice that way as well. So all the sizing is good. Everything is good that way. The knights turned out just beautiful as well. The artwork is great. The layout works well. The dice fit down real nice. So if you have a blue power dice that would be there, it fits inside the brackets. Let's see, you would have your black dice, goes in your fealty location as well. and then your bravery tokens that go down, and then dice that go on top of those. And I'll show you those in just a minute. But look, it just came out really well with the favor actions on the side as well. So super great. Those are all double-sided, and they look awesome. I'm so excited with how the artwork came out for each of these knights. Of course, 6 of these were done after the Kickstarter as levels, the knight level. So they just turned out stunning, in my opinion. I was so excited to share all that with everybody. So there's 18 knights in the base game. Of course, you only draft 3 per side, so you're only playing 6. So there's plenty of knights left over to go through and play. And remember, they all have different powers, so a lot of replayability in the game. We were very excited to be able to pack all that in here for you. Here's just more of the different locations. We worked really hard on the icons. So that the explanation's in the handbook, but then of course when you're out there playing, you look at it, you're like, oh, okay, I know exactly what that does. And we worked real hard on that to make it without any words, as few words as possible. So it would be as language independent as we could make it. So it's real nice. And then on the back side, there's just the King's Champion. So that was something we also wanted to stretch out. It was a little more things. We didn't quite get to that, but these turned out nice with the multi-use there, and the multi-use, those turned out looking really nice. And then the little portraits for which track you're moving on, that turned out well. So all of these cards are great. Then we have the ability cards. So they will come packed in their own package. And then they turned out super nice as well. Real legible, easy to read. They turned out great. And then as you dig down through here, you're going to get to the advanced powers. And the advanced powers have that nice advanced flag on the side. And then once you flip it, you have the advanced locate in there, and then you know what knight they belong to. It has their crest up in the top. So that turned out awesome as well. And remember, each knight has 2 advanced powers, and when you take your 6 knights, then that gives you 6 advanced power cards. So here's the handbook. It is a little bit thicker just because, as you can see, we have a smaller box, so we had a lot of information to pack in here, but it's nice. It's not crap. Each page is nice. It's glossy. It feels good. It'll stand up to a lot of flipping through. Really happy with the layout and how that came out. A little bit worried about the font size, but as you can see, even this, easy to read, not hard on the eyes. So did a nice job of getting that laid out. And I'm real pleased with how that looks as well. And then, of course, there's 3 punch boards in the bottom. So you have the dice counters that are double-sided. They go down on the enhancement cards. If you have a dual-use enhancement card and you need to make a decision as to what you're going to play there, so then if you were going to choose that as white, then you would put that dice counter down. And then, of course, the white dice goes down on that. And it looks presented really nice. So we're super excited about that. Other cool things that worked out well, we had a little extra space. So we were able to get cool little tokens for each side for on your political characters as a bonus. We were able to throw that in there. And the bravery tokens, we made it a very distinct difference. We got some feedback, and that was important to me to make it, super easy to tell. And so the counters have a black background. The bravery tokens have the decorative border on them, and then of course they're one-sided, say bravery token on the back, and those all go into the bag, and you draw them, and you can keep them face down on your player board so that your opponent doesn't know what dice or you're going for, which is cool as well. So also too, if you don't like the wooden player token, we did a nice coin. We added this in here as well. We could have omitted that based on having the wooden one, but I felt, give option to you to play with which one you want. That's always important to me as a player, is to have that option. The other great thing that really turned out is the nice Squire advancements. They really look great. They punched out real well, and they go down and cover that reroll. It fits really well, looks great. So we were happy with that as well, with how those look. And then finally, each knight comes with their own jousting token. So the order matches the card. It says jousting token on the back, and then that fits down on the list card. If I can dig through the pile here quickly and find where that is. And you're just going to lay that token down on there. You're going to flip that so you know which knight is jousting. So that worked out really well. Then also you have the imbuements. So these are awesome as well. They turned out really great, and they go down right here on the bottom of the card, and they fit very nicely down there, and the slot is made for them to beef up your equipment and get those extra hits once you start acquiring them. They turned out awesome as well, and they fit on this card right here, the rounds of play, and so they fit very nice right into there, and you'll flip those for each round. So overall, everything has turned out great. We got some extras thrown in there for you, just because we're so excited to be able to produce this game for you. This is so much game for this box, really is. I'm excited for how much we are able to fit in here for you folks. So that's the unboxing of this. I have a couple of notes to send back, but other than the box size changing, which I'm gonna upload that new art to them, and they've already begun production on the wooden parts and some other stuff. They'll begin printing the other things this week, and we should get started. So very exciting. I appreciate your patience through some of the setbacks we had. They weren't major, but it was enough to kind of throw the timeline off just a bit. So we're working hard to try to fix that as much as we can. If you have questions, please post them in comments below. You can also go to BGG and post comments. Hopefully I'll link this there. This will go up on YouTube, and then we'll put it link it in an update as well. So thank you so much for making this possible, and I hope this gets you excited. Not too long now. Thank you.